Less than 1% of Canadians will receive the maximum CPP of around $2,000 per month. And it's not because they didn't work hard. We see this all the time with our clients here at Blueprint. Many of them are high-income earners with long careers, contributing thousands into CPP over the years, yet their payout still falls short of the possible max. And in this video, I'll break down the top 5 reasons why most Canadians will never come close to the full amount and what you can do right now to try to get closer to that max. Reason number 1, you start CPP too early. One of the most common ways Canadians lose out on thousands in retirement is by starting CPP too soon. You can start as early as age 60, but your payments are slashed by 36% compared to starting at 65. And you can also increase it by another 42% on top of that if you extend it to 70. And those changes are permanent. Here's what that looks like in real dollars in this table. As you can see, the max is over $1,000 more per month if you delay from 60 until 70. Even the average jumps by $650. And in retirement, that kind of boost can be the difference between just scraping by and living comfortably. Despite this, fewer than 2% of Canadians delay CPP until the age of 70. And the most common reasons I hear from Canadians are that, first of all, they're afraid that they're not going to live long enough, and if they delay until 70, they won't see enough of the CPP payments, or that the CPP fund itself might run out, like it's underfunded and you won't actually get the payment once you need it. But I want to encourage you to try to start thinking of CPP as longevity insurance. If you live into your 80s or 90s, delaying CPP can be one of the best financial decisions you ever make in your entire life. Of course, taking CPP early isn't always wrong. If you're in poor health, need the cash, or coordinating with a spouse's benefits, it might be the right move. And here's a pro tip that a lot of people don't think about is the CPP is inflation adjusted. So if you delay, your higher payments will keep rising over time according to inflation. But even if you wait until 70, the average payout is still only about $1,150 for most Canadians. So why don't more people hit the max? Well, let's cover that next. But first, I want to make a quick note. At Blueprint Financial, we've helped a lot of Canadians optimize their CPP timing, income strategies, and retirement withdrawals. We're fee-only, unbiased, and 100% focused on what's best for you. So book your consultation at our website today. Reason number 2, you paid yourself dividends instead of salary. So this one is specific to business owners who are incorporated. It's also a pretty tricky one. I've personally wrestled with what to do with this exact problem when I started my corporation. Let me explain. So if you own a corporation and pay yourself dividends instead of salary, you didn't contribute to CPP at all, even if your total income was quite high. That's because dividends aren't considered pensionable earnings under CPP rules. So while you might have saved a bit on payroll taxes in the short term, you've also missed out on building up your CPP benefits. And what makes this different from other reasons is that it's not about taking a career break or being unemployed. It's a strategic tax choice, but it comes at a cost later, a much lower CPP payout. So meet Susan, who ran a successful consulting business for 20 years and paid herself entirely in dividends and no salary. Now, while she minimized CPP contributions and kept more money up front, but now her CPP retirement payout is a fraction of what it could have been. It won't be anywhere near to that $2,000 maximum. And here's a pro tip. If you're a business owner, consider paying yourself a salary up to the YMPE each year and then pay yourself dividends for anything extra if needed. This will help to diversify your retirement income. And if you're not sure what the YMPE is, well, we get into that next. So reason number 3, you didn't earn enough to max out CPP. This is by far the hardest CPP requirement to meet to get maximum CPP. Because even if you worked for 40 plus years, you won't qualify for the maximum CPP unless you earn at or above the year's maximum pensionable earnings, called the YMPE, almost every single year. And the YMPE keeps going up. Here's how it changed over time. In 1990, you only had to earn $28,900 to hit the maximum YMPE. And fast forward to 2025, and now it's at $71,300. And now with the enhanced CPP2, there's a new upper limit called the year's additional maximum pensionable earnings, called the YAMPE. And in 2025, that's $81,200. So if you earn more than a YMPE, you'll pay extra CPP contributions on income between $71,300 and $81,200. And this will boost your retirement payout down the road. The reality though is most Canadians don't hit these thresholds every single year. Even high income earners may have lower income years early in their career, during career breaks, or while working part-time. And these gaps will pull down your average and reduce your final benefit. For example, meet Justin, who earned a good income but only met the YMPE in about 20 of his 40 working years. Even though he started his CPP at 70, his benefit is just $1,300 a month, well below that $2,000 max. And here's a pro tip. While I know it's not easy to just earn more money, but things like negotiating raises, increasing your skills to switch to higher paying roles, or working more hours during peak years can help close the gap. And if you want to save more on taxes in retirement, check out our free guide with 5 proven strategies to keep more of your money. Grab your free copy, the link is in the description. Reason number 4, you didn't contribute long enough or consistently enough. To get the maximum CPP benefit is not just about earning a high income, you also need to contribute for a long time and do it consistently. The way it works is CPP uses your best 39 years of contributions between the ages of 18 and 65 to calculate your benefit. That gives you a 47-year window, but if you don't fill at least 39 of those years with solid contributions, your average drops and your payout shrinks. This is a common issue for immigrants, parents, and people with non-traditional career paths. Take Paul, who worked 40 years but had several gaps. He went back to school in his 30s and took time off to launch a business. And even though he delayed CPP to 70, those missing years pulled his benefit down to around $1,500 per month. The bottom line is you need both enough years and strong enough years. Even high earners can fall short of max CPP if their careers include too much gaps or start too late. And now for reason number 5, you think you're on track, but you've never actually checked. This might be the sneakiest reason of all. You assume you're going to get maximum CPP, but you've never actually verified your contribution history. And unfortunately, CPP doesn't just send you a warning if you're off track. You may have worked for decades, earned good money, and contributed regularly, but that doesn't guarantee that you hit the max. Maybe you had a few years below the YMPE that you weren't aware of, or took a career break that you forgot about, or maybe you immigrated to Canada in your 30s or paid yourself dividends instead of salary for 1 year. As mentioned in our previous reasons, those small gaps can add up. The only way to know for sure is to request your CPP statement of contributions. It's a detailed record of how much you contributed each year and whether you hit the maximum or fall short. You can get this report for free through your My Service Canada account. It might take you some setting up to do first though. For example, meet Brian. He thought he was set for full CPP. He checked his statements at 64 and realized he only hit the max in 25 of 39 years and retired too early to make up the difference. His payout came in lower than expected. So here's a pro tip, don't guess. Check your numbers early so you can course correct before it's too late. And now let's bring it all together. I know we went through a lot here, but I want you to think of your CPP payments like a tricycle. Let me explain. To move forward smoothly, you need all 3 wheels working together. One wheel is earning a high enough income, the second is contributing consistently over the years, and the front wheel, the one that steers everything, is smart timing. If even one of these wheels is wobbly or missing, you're not going to get up a big hill to your destination. Sure, you still might move, but it'll be slow, unstable, and far from efficient. You're not gonna hit the max here. So to glide into retirement with confidence and get as close as possible to the maximum CPP payout, all 3 wheels need to be aligned. Strong income, long steady contributions, and the right timing. And just know this, maximizing CPP isn't about luck. It's about knowing how the system works exactly and making smart moves along the way. And if you want to retire with confidence and not leave anything to chance or any money behind, we can help. Visit blueprintfinancial.ca to get started, and don't forget to subscribe for more actionable tips. YouTube's picked out another video it thinks you'll find helpful, so go ahead and check it out on the screen here.